Welcome to Fluent Studio.
Learn English the smart way. Speak better.
Let me ask you something, and I want you to really think about this before you answer.
Okay.
Because here's the thing nobody tells you. That moment, that I'm ready moment, it never comes. Not the way you're waiting for it.
And while you're waiting, other people are out there speaking, making mistakes, getting better, every single day.
So if you've ever felt stuck, if you've ever felt like everyone else is improving and you're standing still, stay right here. Because what we're going to talk about today might completely change the way you think about learning English.
And honestly, it might be the most important thing you hear this week.
But before we get into that, I have to tell you something. Something a little embarrassing.
Oh, are we doing confessions now?
We are, because I think you'll relate to this more than you expect.
All right, go ahead.
So picture this, a regular Tuesday morning. I walk into a small cafe, nothing fancy, and I just want one thing, a coffee.
Simple enough?
That's what I thought. I ordered, the person at the counter smiled, and then they asked me a follow-up question, something small, something easy, and my brain just shut down. Complete silence, like someone had turned off a switch inside me.
Oh no.
I stood there, smiling, nodding, not understanding a single word, and I walked out of that cafe without the coffee and with this heavy, sinking feeling in my chest.
That feeling has a name, by the way.
What is it?
It's called the freeze, and almost every English learner has felt it. That moment where your brain knows the language, but your body forgets how to use it.
And I walked home that day thinking, I've been studying English for 2 years. 2 whole years, and I froze over a coffee order.
And the worst part isn't even the freezing. The worst part is what comes after.
The voice in your head.
The one that says, maybe you're just not good enough. Maybe this language isn't for you.
I know that voice. I know it very well.
So do I. And here's what I wish someone had told me that day. Told both of us much, much sooner.
Welcome, everyone, to English Today podcast. I'm your host, and today we are going to have one of the most honest conversations we've ever had on this show.
No hype, no Fluent in 30 days promises, just real, practical truth about how English learning actually works.
So wherever you are right now, if you're driving, if you're cooking, if you're lying in bed staring at the ceiling, just breathe. You don't need to take notes right now. You don't need to memorize anything.
Just listen. Let the English come to you, because that act of listening is already teaching your brain something, right now, at this very moment.
And by the end of this episode, you're going to see your English journey in a completely different way.
A way that actually works.
So let's start with the real problem. Not the problem most people talk about, but the deeper one underneath.
The one that most learners don't even realize is there.
Here's what I want you to picture. You open YouTube or Instagram and you see a video. The title says, I became fluent in English in 30 days.
Oh, those videos.
And something inside you lights up, because maybe, just maybe, that could be you. So you watch it, and the person is smiling, speaking perfectly, and it all looks so easy.
And you think, that's it, that's the method. I'm going to do exactly this.
Day 1, you're motivated. Day 2, still going. Day 3, a little tired, but okay.
Day 5 comes.
Day 5 comes, and nothing feels natural. Your tongue still trips over words. You still pause too long when someone speaks to you, and a quiet, uncomfortable question starts to form in your mind.
Am I doing something wrong?
And the answer, the real answer, is no. You are not doing anything wrong.
The problem is the goal.
Fluent in 30 days is not a learning strategy. It's a feeling, and chasing that feeling is like trying to run to the horizon. The faster you run, the further it seems.
And while you're waiting, you're not looking at the progress happening right under your feet.
Right, because fluency is not one big moment. It is not a door you suddenly walk through one day.
It's a staircase.
Yes, a long, quiet staircase, and every single step counts, even the ones that feel too small to matter.
Especially those.
So let's talk about those steps. Let's talk about what we call small wins.
And let's be very specific because small win can sound like just a nice phrase, but it's actually a strategy.
A real one. So what is a small win in English learning?
A small win is any moment, any tiny, ordinary moment where English works for you, where something clicks.
Like what?
Like you're watching a show, no subtitles, and someone says something and you understand it completely, without pausing, without rewinding.
That's a win.
Or you see a sign in English, and before your brain even tries to translate, you already understand it.
Win.
Or someone asks you, "How are you?" And instead of your automatic, robotic, "Fine, thank you," you actually say something true. Like, "Honestly, I'm a little tired today, but it's been a good morning."
That right there, that is not a small win. That is a huge win, because that means English is starting to feel like you.
That's the difference. When English stops feeling like a foreign code and starts feeling like your voice, that's when real fluency begins.
And it doesn't begin with a 30-day challenge. It begins with moments, quiet, private, personal moments of success.
Hundreds of them, stacking up, building something you can't always see, until one day you look back and realize how far you've come.
Now, can we talk about something that's quietly hurting a lot of learners right now?
Please.
Comparison.
The silent killer of motivation.
You see someone online, maybe in a comment section, maybe in a language learning group, and they say something like, "I started English 6 months ago, and now I watch movies without subtitles."
And your first reaction is, "Wait, 6 months? I've been studying for 2 years."
And suddenly, your 2 years feels like nothing. Your progress feels invisible. And that voice comes back, the one that says, "Why aren't you there yet?"
But here's what you're not seeing. You are not seeing their starting point. Maybe English is very close to their native language. Maybe they live in an English-speaking country. Maybe they studied as a child and forgot, and learning for them is more like remembering.
You are seeing their highlight, not their hard days, not their moments of freezing at a cafe counter.
Everyone has those moments. Everyone.
And here is something I want to say very slowly, very clearly, because I want it to really land.
Go ahead.
Your English journey is yours. It is completely, entirely, uniquely yours. It does not need to match anyone else's timeline. It does not need to impress anyone. It only needs to move forward.
And the only comparison that matters, the only one, is this. Are you better today than you were yesterday?
That's the only race you're running.
And most of the time, if you're honest with yourself, the answer is yes, even if the steps are tiny, even if you can barely feel them.
You are moving, and that is everything. Okay, let's get very practical now, because we don't want this to just feel good in the moment. We want it to actually change something for you.
So let's talk about what small wins look like in a real day. Not a perfect study day. A real, ordinary, slightly messy day.
Let's say you're a beginner. You just started. What should you be focusing on?
5 words.
Just 5.
Not 50. Not a whole vocabulary list. Not a unit in a textbook. 5 words that feel useful to you. Words from your real life.
And then, and this is the part that most people skip, use them out loud in a sentence.
Say the word. Put it in a sentence. Hear your own voice saying it.
Because here's what happens when you only read a word. It lives in your eyes. When you say it, it starts to live in your mouth, in your breath, in your memory.
Your mouth has to practice English just as much as your brain does.
So, listeners, here is your very first Small Wins Challenge for today. Choose 5 English words, words you want to own, not just know, but really own, and use each one in a sentence, out loud, even if you're alone, even if it feels strange.
Strange is good. Strange means growth. Can we talk about something that almost no one talks about in language learning?
Please, what is it?
The days when it feels like nothing is happening.
Oh, the silent days.
You know the ones. You study, you listen, you try, and at the end of the day, you feel exactly the same as yesterday. No breakthrough, no click, just stillness.
And it's so discouraging because you feel like you're wasting time.
But here's the truth, and this is actually backed by science. Those silent days are often when the most important learning is happening.
Really?
Your brain doesn't learn in the moment. It learns in the spaces between moments. When you sleep, when you rest, when you stop trying so hard and just let things settle.
Like a seed, underground, in the dark, and you think nothing is growing, but the roots are going deeper than you can imagine.
And then, one day, without warning, something bursts through the surface.
You say a sentence you've never said before, perfectly, naturally, without thinking.
And you think, where did that come from?
It came from all those quiet days, every single one of them.
So if today is a silent day for you, if you feel stuck, if nothing feels new, please don't stop. The learning is happening in a place you can't see yet.
Trust that. Trust the process. Keep going. All right, now let's talk about a mistake. A very, very common one that might be the single biggest thing holding English learners back right now.
Ooh, what is it?
Waiting.
Waiting?
Waiting to speak. Waiting until they feel ready. Waiting until their grammar is perfect. Until they know enough words. Until they're sure they won't make a mistake.
And so they wait, and they study, and they wait some more.
And here is the brutal, beautiful truth. That moment of perfect readiness, it does not exist. It is not coming.
Because the only way to become ready to speak English is to speak English.
It's like waiting to learn how to swim until you're confident in the water. But the confidence only comes from getting in the water.
You have to be in it before you feel comfortable in it. That's just how it works.
And here's something that surprises most learners when they finally understand it. People are not judging you the way you think they are.
Not at all. When someone sees you trying to speak another language, genuinely trying, searching for words, working through it, most people feel respect, not impatience.
They appreciate the effort. They want to understand you. They want the conversation to work too.
And yes, you will make mistakes. You will say the wrong word sometimes. You will forget a tense. You will pause at the wrong moment.
And every single one of those mistakes is a data point, a lesson, a step up the staircase.
That's not failure. That's exactly what learning looks like from the inside. Okay, let's try something. A role play. Are you ready?
Ready.
This is a situation every English learner faces sooner or later. You're somewhere new, maybe a job, maybe a class, maybe a neighborhood, and someone tries to start a conversation with you in English, and your heart does that little panic thing.
That little panic thing. Yes, we know it.
Let's show our listeners that it doesn't have to go wrong. I'll be the learner, you be the new person.
Let's go.
Hey, are you new here?
Yes, I am. I just started this week.
Oh, welcome. I'm Tom. What's your name?
I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you, Tom.
Great to meet you too, Sarah. Do you live far from here?
Not too far. About 20 minutes by bus.
Oh, same here. Small world. Well, I'll let you get settled. See you around.
Yes, see you around. Thank you.
Let's pause right there.
How did that feel?
Honestly, a little nervous. But it worked. The conversation happened, nobody froze, nobody disappeared.
And there were small imperfections in there. A pause. But did that break the conversation?
Not even a little. Because communication is not about perfection, it's about connection. And that conversation connected.
Now, listeners, let's take 3 phrases from that role play. These are real, usable, natural English phrases you can carry with you into your day.
First one, and say this with us out loud right now. I just started this week.
Go ahead, say it. Good. Feel how natural that is. Next, not too far, about 20 minutes by bus.
Your turn. And finally, one of the most underused, underrated phrases in casual English. See you around.
It's warm, it's friendly, it's easy, and it ends a conversation perfectly. See you around. 3 phrases, 3 wins, already in your pocket.
Okay, can I share something that I think might surprise some people?
Please.
So for a long time, I had this habit. Every night before I went to sleep, I would replay every English conversation I had that day in my head.
Oh no, I think I know where this is going.
And I wasn't replaying them to feel proud. I was replaying them to find everything I did wrong. Every awkward pause, every wrong word, every moment I reached for a sentence and it came out broken.
You were collecting your failures instead of your wins.
Exactly. And I would fall asleep feeling smaller than when I woke up, even on days when I had actually tried really hard, even on days when I had real English conversations I never would have had the year before.
And then someone said something to you.
They said, "What if you counted your moments instead of your mistakes?"
I love that.
Moments, every time you understood something, every time a word came out right, every time you tried, even when your hands were a little shaky and your voice was a little uncertain. Those are moments. Count those.
Because here is something that is true and that science backs up. When you learn from a place of fear, your brain tightens. It protects itself. It closes up.
But when you learn from a place of safety, from curiosity, from confidence, even just from calm, your brain opens. It absorbs more. It retains more. It creates more connections.
Fear makes you smaller. Encouragement makes you grow.
So tonight, before you sleep, don't count what went wrong. Count what went right. Even if it's just one thing, even if it's tiny.
Count your moments, not your mistakes. All right, one more role play. This one is a little more real world, a little more high stakes, but we're going to make it feel very doable.
What's the situation?
You're calling customer service. In English, there's a problem with something you ordered. It hasn't arrived and you need to sort it out.
Okay, that is genuinely stressful for a lot of people. The phone, in English, with a problem.
Very stressful, which is exactly why we're practicing it here, where it's safe. I'll be customer service, you be the customer.
Ready.
Thank you for calling. How can I help you today?
Hi, I have a problem with my order.
Of course, I'd be happy to help. Could I get your order number, please?
Yes, it's 44782.
Perfect, thank you. And what seems to be the issue?
I ordered something 3 days ago, but it has not arrived yet. I'm a little worried about it.
I completely understand. Let me look into that for you right now. I can see here that your order was delayed. I'm so sorry about that. It should reach you within the next 2 days.
Oh, okay, that's a relief. Can you send me a message when it ships?
Absolutely. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, that's everything. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Goodbye.
That was excellent. And did you notice something?
What?
There were small hesitations, a couple of ums, a slight pause before the order number, and none of it mattered. The problem got solved, the conversation succeeded.
Because a hesitation is not a failure. A hesitation is a thinker thinking.
Now let's take 3 key phrases out of that call. Phrases you can use in the real world, on the phone, in a chat, or in an email.
First, I have a problem with my order. Say it with us.
Next, it has not arrived yet. Simple, clear, and polite.
And finally, can you send me a message when it ships?
These 3 sentences can carry you through a real customer service situation in English. You don't need to be perfect, you just need these.
And this is practice task number 2. This week, even if you don't have a real situation, write a pretend customer service email in English. Use these phrases. Make it as real as you can in your imagination.
Imagination is a practice ground, and it counts.
Can we talk about something that learners almost never hear about?
What is it?
Rest.
Oh, yes, this one.
Learning English is not a competition to see who can study the most hours. It's not about grinding. It's not about suffering through flashcards at midnight.
Your brain needs rest to lock in what it's learned. When you sleep, when you truly rest, your brain is not doing nothing. It's organizing, it's filing, it's connecting new things to old things and making them stick.
So, watching a relaxed English show before bed? That's learning. Listening to an English podcast while you drift off? That's learning. Waking up and letting your brain be quiet for a few minutes? That might be the most important learning of all.
Here is something so simple it almost seems too easy. 30 minutes of calm, consistent English practice every day will take you much further than 4 hours of exhausted, stressed studying once a week.
Consistency over intensity.
Say it again.
Consistency over intensity. A little every day. That is the real method. That is the actual secret.
Small wins every day. They stack, they compound, they build something extraordinary, so slowly that you almost miss it.
Until one day you look back and think, when did I get here?
I want to ask you something, and I want our listeners to think about this too.
Go ahead.
What was the first English sentence you understood completely, instantly, without translating in a real moment?
Oh, that takes me back. Let me think.
Take your time. It was, "Can I help you?" I was in a shop. The person said it, and it arrived in my brain completely intact. No translation, no delay, just meaning, pure meaning. And I remember thinking with this shock of joy, I understood that. I actually understood that.
That feeling.
I cannot describe it. It felt like the language suddenly had a door, and I had found it.
That door is there for you too. Maybe you've already walked through it and didn't even notice. Maybe it's right in front of you, one quiet practice day away.
It's coming. It is absolutely coming. Keep going.
Let's talk about one last practical tool before we close.
Yes, something you can start today.
Keep a wins journal.
Tell us exactly what that means.
It's simple, just your phone notes or a small notebook if you prefer. And every day before bed, you write down one English win, just one.
Not a big dramatic achievement, just one real moment. Today, I read 3 paragraphs in English and understood everything. Today, I said, "Excuse me," to a stranger and it came out naturally. Today, I understood a joke in English for the first time.
These moments feel small when they happen, but when you write them down, when you see them accumulating day after day, week after week, something shifts.
You start to see the truth of your progress, the real truth, not the discouraging version your tired mind tells you at the end of a hard day.
And on the hardest days, the days when you feel like you're going nowhere, open that journal.
Read it from the very beginning.
And you will see someone who has been quietly, consistently, bravely growing, someone who kept going, someone who showed up even when it was hard.
And that someone is you. It has been you all along.
We're almost at the end, and before we go, I want to say something directly, not to English learners in general, to you, the person listening right now.
We're saying this together.
You are not behind. You are not too slow, too old, too shy, or too far from where you want to be. You are exactly where your journey has brought you. And the fact that you pressed play today, that you chose to spend this time growing instead of giving up, that is not nothing.
That is a win.
Learning English is not about sounding perfect. It is not about impressing anyone. It is about opening doors, connecting with people, telling your story in a new language, becoming a bigger version of yourself.
And every sentence you attempt, even the broken ones, especially the broken ones, is a brick in something you are building.
Something real, something yours.
Even when it doesn't feel like it.
Especially when it doesn't feel like it.
So here's what we want you to do. Not someday, today.
Talk to yourself in English for 5 minutes this morning.
Write one English win in your phone tonight before you sleep.
Say one sentence out loud, right now if you want. Even just, I am learning, I am getting better, I am doing this.
Because fluency is not a finish line. It is not a trophy on a shelf. It is something alive, something you grow, slowly, gently, one small win at a time.
And you are already growing it.
You already are.
Try this today. Use it in your next conversation and come back tomorrow because tomorrow there is another small win waiting for you.
Thank you for being here with us today. It genuinely, truly means everything.
Share this with one person who needs to hear it because someone in your life might be sitting right where you were at the beginning of this episode, feeling stuck, feeling small, wondering if they're enough.
Tell them they are. Send them this.
Until next time, be patient with yourself.
Be kind to yourself.
And remember, no win is too small.
Because small wins are still wins.
every single time.